So like
Yeah.
you're like, oh sure, you've got a cat, and then you walk in and like the
There's a cat.
room is the main room, and you're like, oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Because like when we had a cat,
Yeah,
the
you
cat
had a
room was not
specific
the
cat
main
room.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that was like not unheard of.
Yeah, that there are some people that like their cats just wander.
Oh yeah.
Everywhere.
Like mine.
Mine.
Yeah. So
The only rooms we keep Missy out of is the basement because it's Dallas's space, and my craft room because like there's things that could be dangerous if she got into them.
Mhm.
Like if there's thread on the floor or something and she eats it. Otherwise, she just
Swallows.
does whatever the fuck she wants. I don't care.
yeah, the amount of having dogs also means, like children, that you have, because Tim and I both have long hair. Tim's always the main culprit because it's always dark hair. You have to help them because they've eaten the hair, and when they go to excrete the hair,
It does not come out all at once.
it's like they've ate thread.
Gross.
Yeah, we can hear you. Oh yeah, people can hear us now. Sorry. I meant to
Excellent.
tell you
Well, this is our brand now.
that. It's just because
This is our
Excellent.
branding.
I do appreciate you, Turtle Mama. You're very sweet. I knew that we were doing voices. I forgot to say something out loud because I was listening
the
to
way.
you guys talk
Hey,
about
Kona.
animals.
You're like,
Turtle.
everything's fine. They're just talking about animals.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh yeah, poop,
I believe the word excrete was used.
excrement.
We will classily talk about poop.
Fine.
I don't do
Whatever.
anything with class.
Me either.
Oh, good lord.
I make too many dirty jokes and say too many cuss words to be considered classy.
Poop jokes are I genuinely very much enjoy discussing poop and poop related topics.
I don't mind. To be honest, I threw out my like class card when I got like tattoos I couldn't cover up.
Cats
So
are always an acceptable topic for sure.
Disagree,
I appreciate that.
however.
But also I'm like, it's fine. This is my aesthetic. But I want to look classy.
I don't. That's not. I mean,
I'm too awkward.
me and my dad's shirt.
I'm too awkward for that. Poise? No. Grace? Mm-mm. Absolutely not.
I don't know her.
No. Who? What? No.
I don't know her.
Oh, sorry, Turtle Mama. We should do that, huh?
What?
Hold on. I'll go to face cams in 1 second, guys.
Not working.
Yeah, for no reason.
No reason. Just gotta run a quick
Nothing.
errand
There's
first.
no reason why I'm delaying at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
No one else? No, just me. Cool. Usually when I'm delaying, Noah's like, shit, me too.
Oh
Well,
yeah, I just
currently
don't have
the
anything
equipment
here.
for that. So
Vibes. Speaking of equipment for that, I finally got my sister to agree to try, because I have edibles from a like place that has like,
nice.
she's like, I want you to be there though. And I was like, yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah,
I can be
of
there.
course.
I
I
wouldn't
have picked
like,
out an
I'll be
item of equipment
responsible.
that I'm going to buy, but I
I'm not
haven't
gonna
purchased
be-
it yet.
Like, I'm not trying to just give you an edible and send you on your merry way, my dear. I know you're far too
fun.
anxious for that. You're gonna have a bad time.
I'm a bean. I'm an anxious bean.
She's just
Same.
a bean.
Teeny bean.
Very anxious all the time about everything.
Also, I think she got diagnosed with the thing that I'm pretty sure that I have, so that's fun.
Hmm.
Gross.
That's how my sister was. She got diagnosed with a thing that I thought I'd have, and I was like, good enough.
I was like, yeah, confirmation, cool. Well, for this particular thing, I am still gonna get a diagnosis because it's like a condition.
Yeah,
But-
I think that's a good idea.
But I was like, oh yeah, doc, talk to the doc about things.
Ooh.
I might have PCOS, and just like updating my family on things, and they're like, what's that? Don't know.
I'd
for
really
sure yet,
rather
but my
not go
sister
into-
got it.
Go into all of it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to go into great detail, and also I don't know for sure if I have it or not because I still need to run tests.
Like, don't freak out yet. Just
But if this is the case,
It's low-key
it sure
panic.
would explain a lot.
At this point, it's just like offhand mentioned in one episode, but like it could become like
Yeah,
a
this
total
could be a
arc.
plot point later down the line. We don't know yet. But
We'll
right
This
see.
has been a
now,
Chekhov's gun.
Writers haven't decided yet.
writers have not made final decisions.
Listen,
Footage is still
if they
on the
put it
cutting
Thinking
in-
about my
board.
whole
If they
life
put
as
it
if
in,
it's a sitcom.
they made a decision.
Well, they made a
You put it in,
decision,
you
but,
make
like,
a decision.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like when shit starts going awry, can I just be like, fuck those writers in the writer room?
yeah,
Can I just start thinking about my life as if it's a sitcom? I think that would make things a lot more easy to process.
I mean, yeah.
I feel
Or that's
like
an unhealthy
that's,
coping mechanism.
Yeah,
Who knows?
I'm
Anyway,
like, huh?
Huh.
Is that an unhealthy coping mechanism?
Probably.
Unlike Dungeons and Dragons, which is a great coping
Which
mechanism.
is an
Excellent
excellent
segue.
coping mechanism. Hello and welcome
This
to
is
Game-
my social interaction of the early week, so
Same.
yes, it's quite required.
this is probably the only social
It's
interaction I
quite
have all week.
required. Welcome everyone to Game Daddy Amateur Hour. It's Tuesday, which means we're going into space to Cygnus A. Since we're again like a couple episodes into this first season, I would appreciate if everyone would give a quick intro, your name, your character name and class, and if your character was a drink, what drink would they be?
Fuck you. I love this.
Me too.
Like, I want to figure out
would've
what kind of
liked
drink
some
I would
prep.
be.
I would happily take both. I would happily take
This is-
answers for both.
I need to
me
think
and
on
your
my own
character.
a little bit longer.
Right?
Okay.
But like, this is good because it's not like what is your favorite drink. It's if your
What would
personality
you
was
be?
distilled into a beverage.
Correct.
I love this. I'm excited. I love a good
Hence,
icebreaker.
hence the
question.
warm-up question.
I have to run a
so-
meeting every week for work, and I always come up with like these really out of left field icebreaker questions.
So we're gonna start with Amanda.
Okay. I'm Amanda. My character is Iris, and she is an Order of the Scribes wizard. So she is the like linguist, record keeper type person. And if she were a drink, my first instinct is to say that she would be a peach Bellini, because she's classy. She's from, fancy people. She's wealthy and upper class. But she's also kind of fun because she left that lifestyle and is forging her own path. So yeah, it's champagne is the class.
I
and the peach
fucking
part
love
is the
that.
fun.
I absolutely love that so much. Courtney.
Hola. I don't know why I said it like that. I don't speak Spanish. I'm Courtney. My character is Crystal.
Do you want? I'm sorry. Hold on. Stop. Do you want to take that again?
Hello? Bonjour? Comment ça va?
Okay.
I just. Never mind.
Goddamn mess tonight. Just.
So anyway, Crystal is an elf, Circle of the Stars druid, immeasurably old, from a society that doesn't exist anymore. And if she was a drink, okay, the first one that I thought of was Dr. Pepper, because if you just see it and you don't know what you're drinking, you think you're getting just a cola. But then there's like a surprising amount of depth and fun to it.
I, as someone who is essentially bottle raised on Dr. Pepper, I don't understand. I don't understand the concept of having something and not understanding that it is immediately Dr. Pepper.
There's 23.
But I love that.
But there are 23 flavors and you don't know
There's
what
23
any of them
flavors.
are. There's
Yeah.
a lot of flavors there, a lot of layers. Don't know
Dr.
which one's
Pepper.
which.
Is like space. It's just all a mystery.
Yeah, and that's what Crystal is.
Don't look at me like that, Sarah.
Guys, is this show gonna make it?
I don't know. TBH.
I'm tired. I don't know. I'm on another plane here.
I just got my pizza.
Well, and you've given me your drink, which means that it's Dallas's turn.
Hey, my name's Dallas. I play Dexter Dempsey. He is a fighter with a different artificer. If Dexter was a drink, he would be a Manhattan because he's definitely a whiskey drink, but he's secure enough in his masculinity not to be like, whiskey on the rocks. Fuck no. Put some fucking vermouth in that bitch. It's delicious.
Of course.
I love this so much.
And
can
it
you
comes in a
tell that
fun
I don't-
glass.
And
It
can you
does
tell
come
that
in a fun
Courtney
glass.
doesn't really drink because I just went, a soda pop.
And I just said a drink.
I
You could
know.
have said chocolate milk and I would have accepted that.
I know, but I'm just saying.
You can't say like
The same
like
thing happens
windshield
with
washer
Crystal, though.
fluid.
Crystal
You're
doesn't
not
get
supposed to drink
drunk.
that.
Crystal doesn't drink.
Okay.
I mean, okay, but also, if I was a drink, I would want to be something that you can't drink because technically you shouldn't be drinking me.
okay.
Right, like if I just transubstantiated into a beverage.
Yeah.
Poison,
Like, I wanna be-
please.
I wanna be
if I was a
Antifreeze.
drink, I would
I'm
be
antifreeze.
chloroform.
Because I am delicious, but
That's
You think any
definitely
of
not
these
the
flowers-
question, guys.
Do you think any of these will not kill you? Incorrect.
Listen, same.
All right, Trinity.
I have a dilemma.
Oh,
Okay.
what
so
a great way to
first,
start off.
First off, hi, I'm Trinity. I play a human Echo Knight Hexblade Warlock named Mara.
With no last name, apparently.
She has one. Just
Gotta let it
hasn't-
go, man.
You know what?
I cannot let it go.
Fine. Bring it up this episode, and I'll give you the damn last name.
I'm not gonna
Got it.
metagame. Crystal doesn't care.
Well, I absolutely hate that I did not have time to prepare for this question because there's too many damn options. So I'm gonna give you two. I love the question.
Excuse
Too
me.
many options.
Sorry. I won't include fun next time.
No, no, no.
please
I
see that
love
you don't.
the fun. I love the fun.
Why isn't everybody having a good
She's-
time? I
I
I
specifically
specifically
requested
requested it.
Mara is both a cold brew and cream because, right, specifically a vanilla honey cold brew and cream because she's got a bit of sweetness on top of some covering up some bitter. So she's that in the mornings and a Long Island iced tea every other time because she seems very fun and personable, and then you're like, oh my god, you're a lot.
And then she'll punch you in the face.
And then you're like, oh,
Uh,
you're gonna kill me.
And
Yeah,
if
you're
you
gonna be
and
a
if
lot.
you
I'm in
go and if you go at a Long Island iced tea too hard, then you get real fucked up.
Oh, I
So-
learned that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Why do you think I don't drink anymore?
My father, to this day, fun fact, since I'm the last one and we have no more introductions,
Waboomba.
my father, to this day, still believes that there is tea in Long Island iced teas.
He's
Oh,
a
buddy.
fool.
Because he loves tea, and he loves Long Island iced tea. And when I was talking to my mom about making Long Island iced teas and having the ingredients for Long Island iced teas, because I knew my father liked them, I
Uh-huh.
was listing the ingredients, and she was like, "Wait, it's got Coke in it." And she's like, "Wait a second, does it have
Splash.
tea in
Just
it?"
a
And I was
splish.
like,
It's just
"No
liquor.
and no."
Yeah, just make an angry
Oh.
Arnold Palmer if you want something with tea in it.
Yeah.
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 So
Take the glass.
to this
Whiskey,
day,
whiskey, 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 whiskey. Tea,
no one
lemonade
has
for profiling
corrected
reasons.
him.
Tea lemonade for profiling reasons.
What, he doesn't do soda ever, and so like
Oh.
depending
Buddy.
on the mix you do for Long Island has more cola than not cola.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a splash, sometimes it's like a little more, depending on
Who
how
made
the
it?
alcohol's blend.
Shot.
So-
Depending on if
he's
you're
just-
a coward.
Well, it depends on what alcohol, like it depends on
Yes?
the brand of alcohol because some of them do not taste as good as others. So some
Yeah.
of them you need more Coke to cover up the,
Oh yeah, yeah.
like, to hide certain flavors.
So
I am not the kind of person who usually has like an emotional reaction to specific kinds of liquor. Like it all like affects me the same, right? Long Island iced teas make me like irrationally angry.
Oh!
so get Amanda a Long Island iced tea. She turns into Sarah normal.
I mean, at least that was with my ex, and maybe I was just normally angry at him, and it came out with the Long Island.
I
iced
mean,
tea.
yeah, I think that's
That
what it
makes
was.
sense.
Because I'm not
think you
usually
don't-
an angry person.
I don't think you get to blame the Long Island iced teas anymore now that I know your ex is involved.
Well, I appreciate that because that says more about me than it does about the drink.
Indeed.
So space.
So I picked two.
What? What's everyone's problem?
I don't
Just
have
a great
any
segue.
problems.
It's
Okay.
an excellent segue.
Sometimes we play D&D here.
What?
It's amateur hour for a reason.
I tag it chatty and ADHD every time.
Because we can't be trusted for it to be professional hour.
Not
No,
not when we're
and that's
live.
fine.
Mm-mm.
Not when we're fucking live. At least when we pre-record it, I can have the good common decency of like taking care of us. No. No, here when it's live. Who fucking knows?
Thank
I'm
you,
Sarah
Daddy.
Renee, your
I
Thembo
knew you
disaster
wouldn't say
tour
no.
guide to the
11
stars.
months BB.
So, last session we had a couple weeks ago, we started the new season, which essentially was a nice stroll through the city, and you going to one of the opposite sides of the city to the Dino Yard, a shipyard known for its custom detailing, by word of your captain, your pilot, Hoban. And upon your arrival to the Dino Yard, not Boneyard, not today. It's not the Boneyard today. Upon your arrival, the Courteous Pelican is getting its finishing touches taken care of, and Hoban motions for you to come over to join his conversation with a very bubbly octopod dressed in an array of tiered iridescent tulle skirts, who introduces herself as Oplium and inquires whether or not you bounty hunters would be able to look in on an art dealer she's been working with. Guffrey, her contact in Ogerlia, Oplium's home planet. Why did I do this to me?
I don't know.
Why did I do this to me?
Sometimes we do things to ourselves.
I don't think anyone else gets to look. You shut your face up.
I do things to myself too.
Nope, none of you. You're all fine. Why did
love
I do
you.
this? I know.
Huh?
What?
It's fine, I'm fine.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm fine. What? So, though Oplium lives in Alexandria and does not like to go back to her home planet, she very much cannot find the same style, the same art pieces that she's able to find in Bulgaria. So she's been working with a man named Guffrey, and that's all she knows about him, is his name, and that he deals in art. For the last year or so, she's had pretty regular monthly shipments of art coming through, but this most recent one was supposed to be here a month ago. So for the last few days, she's been coming to the Dino Yard to see if there's been any ships coming in to get repaired. So she has asked you to go to Bulgaria, relatively short trip off planet, to investigate the circumstances around Guffrey and the art shipment. She's got some contacts in the capital city that I will give as we go in. And after meeting with her and taking time to consider, you all went into your new digs your new ship with
which was sweet.
what's everyone's favorite part about your ship
As a whole,
and individually. I just like to know.
like the whole ship.
I like my pile of pillows and my big window.
I don't know. After working on both of them, I'm really like Trinity is preferential to both Crystal's room, lookout window, and Mara's room, but Mara is probably loving the fact that there's a dojo.
Yeah, that bottom of the hall matted floor capable of being both storage and dojo for y'all is
It's probably a balance for Mara between the dojo and the fact that it's not all metal anymore.
fuck yeah.
Iris would just really dig her library / like research station.
Because that's what it is.
Yeah. It just happens to also have a bed in it.
True.
On a selfish note, Dexter is super hyped that he doesn't have to change out the sheets on the giant bed. That is fucking top shelf convenience. But his favorite part is definitely the puddle.
Good
It's
puddle.
not even a question.
Puddle
I like
button.
to imagine that Iris has a like hidden Our Flag Means Death style wardrobe behind the bookcase. It's like
Done.
looks like just a library with a bed in it. Like, where do you keep your shit? Surprise, bitch.
Yeah, I realized when I was doing Mara's room that I was like, she doesn't have a closet, but she'd have quite a lot of clothes.
The trees are the closet.
Trees
It's like
are
it's like a
closet.
Keebler Elf house, but for your clothes.
Yeah.
I thought about just not including them and saying that her little creature just picks them out of her bag of holding every day and just gives them to her.
I was just figuring that the closet was on the side that our point of view is from.
Possible.
That's
I
too
will-
logical.
I will get those popped in the Discord.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, please.
I
Go
would
check
love
out
other
the
people to appreciate your gorgeous artwork because I keep staring at it. So
it's so good.
We're talking about my lack of working this week, and it's actually technically the past 2 weeks because they wouldn't be this detailed if they were only a week long.
I really appreciate your honesty in that.
I just
Hello?
Have my
straight up
phone.
decided not to work for 2 weeks.
If my husband's listening, can you find my device and bring it to me, please? Thanks. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes husband isn't listening, which I think is rude.
We do that sometimes.
So, newly equipped. And right now, we come back to the party who is essentially your time is your own right now. You guys have been exploring your new ship for a little bit. It's early evening. What do you guys want to do?
Crystal will knock on Mara's door because as soon as Mara saw her room, she disappeared, and we haven't seen her since.
Oh, yeah. I imagine it's been,
True.
like, I don't know how long it's been. I assume it's been a while of you just kind of, like, maybe exploring, and I imagine getting a snack because you're like, oh, this kitchen's dope.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just were, like, eating, and you're like, where the fuck is Mara? She's been, you like, knock, and you don't hear anything. And eventually she just, like, if you open the door, she's just sitting there exactly like the image, just like with her rapier in front of her in front of a wall of plants.
Just Mara, yeah.
Essentially,
Then.
thank you. Look at that.
It worked!
Magic.
I love you.
It's because I talked shit.
That is
'cause I was
that is a
right,
pretty
but-
good way to get it to work.
Yeah, Crystal will pop her head in and be like, Hello, Mara.
She'll like it'll take her a second, but she'll kind of like shake out of it. And
I do not wish to disturb your peace, but we can spar if you would like.
yes. She seems a little disoriented, and then you say sparring, and she's like, yeah, yes, that sounds lovely. Let's go do that. And she will pop up.
Oh,
There's
no rush if you need to
absolute-
do anything else.
Oh,
We can
there
meet
is-
down in the dojo.
There is no dust in this room, but she'll like dust her stuff off because this is. You also see like the thing. This room is new and clean, and yet there's still a creature, her little like mechanical roly-poly, going around and like making sure everything's perfect.
Like a Roomba.
Yeah, and is like reorganizing the clothes because he's like, oh no, this like it doesn't talk, but I imagine like its voice is like, oh no, this won't do. But she'll get up, dust herself off, and go like,
Clicks his
yes,
little
let's spar.
Mechanic-
Clap her hands and
mechanical
follow
pincers.
you out. She go, no, we can do it right now. Let's go. You want to spar? You never want to spar. Let's go.
Yeah, so we'll go down to the dojo.
Yeah. Hell yeah. The dojo again is framed in this nice warm, almost a honey maple columns that are spaced about 5-6 feet apart, allowing for the open space in this mat to be completely free. Completely able to like you can throw someone a good 55 feet one end to the other.
Nice. Good space.
It's very, very good space. Mara's very excited.
How do you guys prepare to spar?
So Mara never spars with like, you know, sometimes you'll spar with weapons and stuff, but Mara will never spar with her weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll just like walk, like she works on like hand-to-hand combat. Like she's not very strong, but she practices a lot of her hand-to-hand combat and or like with wooden practice swords or like daggers or whatever.
So you see, Crystal almost always has a curved sword and a curved knife on either side. So you see her kind of unsheath them and put them off to the side so that they don't get in the way while we're doing other things. And if you look at them really closely, they're made of a darker looking metal, and it's actually formed from meteor. That's how she got the metal for the swords. She did make them herself.
And this is where we try to remember a password.
Yeah, my system at work is now like, okay, it's your once a quarter password reset time. Your password's gonna expire in 5 days, and I'm like, I will be waiting the full 5 days
Until I give it a new password.
I don't want to do another one right now.
Yeah,
I'm
there's a quick station, couple of shelves where the two of you drop off your weapons, the rapier, the two curved blades.
Well, Mara never has her her rapier.
That's
is
right.
never
I always
out.
forget that.
Yep.
Packed weapon.
So Mara because it's a packed weapon, she summons her blade, and she would have unsummoned. What's the word for unsummoning?
Dismissed.
Dismissed is
Is that right? Is that
yeah.
At least for like a familiar.
I like
Be like you would dismiss a familiar.
Okay.
That's how.
when she
that's
would
the
have like
language
it
I
would have been
think.
in front of her when she was meditating, but she would have dismissed it when she got up and like that would have been her like hand clap. She would have brushed herself off, it would have still been there, but like her hand clap would have been
Hell yeah.
Vibes.
So Crystal, you stow your weapons.
And And she has like a little like skirt sort of thing that's a part of her outfit that has like she wears pants underneath it, and she takes that off so it doesn't get in the way.
Oh yeah.
Mara typically has like a shorter wrap skirt over leggings. She does not remove that. Not unless we're like
No, it's just Crystal's is long
the
and weirdly
practicing
flowy.
that involves essentially wrestling. I can't remember what that's called.
Judo.
No idea.
No idea.
Whatever she would have called it. Well, that's
But
wrong.
yeah, no, Crystal's is just longer, and she can use it for like combat moves, but she doesn't. Well, that's usually things that she does
Yeah.
with her sword. So she just kind of I don't need this right now.
Fuck yeah. All right. So you two just want to square up in the middle?
Yep.
Fuck yeah. Let's just go for an initiative.
Oh, we're actually okay.
Oh yeah, you want to
Yep.
spar?
Yep.
We'll roll a spar.
Yep. It's gonna be. Oh my dear God. First roll of the night is a 1.
Get the bad ones out first.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So that's cool.
I only rolled a 4, and I thought I was gonna be last, but
Whoa.
total
We're-
of 9.
we're doing
but
great.
The die
Yeah.
was a 4.
Jesus.
So yeah, the two of you square up, extend hands to as a quick little respect.
Yeah. Crystal
And-
does a really weird bow that you've never seen her do before.
Yeah. What does that look like?
It's like it almost looks like a ballerina sort of thing. It looks like a very choreographed small
Yeah.
like dance that goes into stance that like involves like an arm swinging around and like one leg going behind the other and like a weird sort of plie situation.
Yeah, like a waterbender.
Yeah, it looks very much like a waterbender getting ready to go.
So Mara, it must be between that and the new this new non-metal floor, and it's not wood, it's kind of squishy. That
She's like, I should be used to this, but I'm absolutely not.
that really sets you back on your heels. So Crystal, you've got the first move.
So Crystal is going to attempt to grapple.
All right.
Oh God, nope. 5.
What would I? What check is that? Against?
Athletics
Is that a
versus athletics,
athletics
Yes.
or
I believe.
acrobatics?
You can do either. Yes.
I can do either.
Yes.
Okay. Either way, it's more than that. It's either a 6 or a 13. So I would like to take acrobatics for 13, please.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm glad we're getting all these bad rolls out during
Oh yeah, we're
fatal
just like fucking
things.
around.
Oh
right
my
now.
god.
I don't really want to do that right now anyway. Yeah, she's just gonna grapple and then take a step, try to grapple and then kind of just take a step back. Assess the
Once
situation.
you're positioned and you realize, oh, the ritual, the whole like dance bow did what it's supposed to do, and it sort of like puts your opponent on the ropes. Like, how long is this supposed to be going? Are we still doing this? So you lunge and go to get behind Mara and grapple her. But Mara, you're able to very easily, though you're confused and surprised by this, very easily just step to the side.
I'm gonna step to the side and swoop her legs out from under her, or attempt to.
Yeah.
All right.
That's an attack roll.
Jesus. How do I roll? Just where are you? There you are. Thank you. All right. That's a 17.
Misses.
All right. What is your AC?
18.
Oh. That's fair.
So,
That's valid.
Mara, you duck out of the hole.
I like to think I kick you, but you don't move. Like, what was
Yeah, you
that?
go to like sweep it, but like I'm weirdly
Yeah.
more solid than you expect me to be in my steps. So you go to like kick out from under me, but it just kicks the back of my boot.
Yep, exactly. It's like, ow, that fucking hurt.
To which I'm gonna absolutely win. God, this is going great.
We're doing so good.
We're such, yeah. So it's.
So,
kinda
we'll
just
do it-
looks back and like shrugs a little.
We'll do another round of this. Crystal, you're up.
Lord.
I am gonna try to knock her prone, I think.
Okay.
What is that, just an attack roll?
Let me see. Yeah, special melee attack to shove a creature.
Okay. Maybe this one. Come on. Oh god. Okay. 13. Nope. We're just jumping around the fucking dojo.
Okay, either we're both really terrible, or
It's because you're both so elusive.
we're both really, really good and just can't. Like the other just
It's
can't.
just-
Yeah,
not being-
yeah.
I like
Definitely.
the rolls say we're terrible, but
For
in my
sure.
mind, you're still not succeeding, but we're doing great.
Yeah. Guys are
See,
really good at this.
It's either A,
Oh
that
my
we're just both
God.
really good and we keep missing each other, or I have this
Mhm.
like other head
Mhm.
canon going where like we're both just so excited about everything that's going on, so we like try to hit each other, but we like swing wide because we're just like about to burst into giggles because this is so fun and weird and silly.
I'm sorry, if Crystal starts giggling, Mara's just not like. Mara's reaction is, "What the fuck is going?" Like you're
Yeah,
giggling.
I think Crystal like
What is
like,
happening?
You step out of Crystal's thing and she just goes.
So Mara
She,
would
like-
would be dumbfounded and like kind of laughing, but also like, "What the fuck is going on?"
She's turned away from you at this point, but if you could see her face, she's just like.
Oh Jesus.
That was a good try.
I done tried.
Yeah. I'm really proud of you.
She's much better with weapons, I promise.
Right. Listen, Mara doesn't
Yeah.
spar to practice her hand to hand. Or to
I think we're, like,
do any
warming
form of
up
damage.
with
Like
this
this is
one.
just like it's sparring for a reason. Oh god, that's another 17 to attempt to punch you again.
Woof. Woof.
So this is even funnier because Crystal's still facing away from you. She did not turn around. So as you like come around to like, because Mara doesn't punch people in the back of the head, so she starts
Of
coming
course
around
not.
to like start punching me from the front. But Crystal has blind sight, so she just like felt you approaching and stepped to the side. Even though you could have definitely surprise attacked her because you were just like popping out of nowhere before you punched.
This is kind of the end of the day, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay. I just. Yep.
Crystal giggles again. I'm sorry. I'm not fantastic at hand to hand. I'm much better
Which is
with my
making
weapons.
Mara angrier because she's like used to landing strikes and she's like, "What is going on? Why are you giggling?"
I'm sorry. I'm having a lot of fun.
I giggle when I have fun.
How long are we gonna?
I,
I'm pretty sure she's waiting for you to get one hit. Just one hit.
Just
would
God,
be-
just one hit. No, neither of us.
I was kind of hoping that would happen.
Well,
I
okay.
feel like we smash cut to
Do it.
the other thing, and then by the time we come back, Mara and I have decided that we're gonna use magic and/or weapons now.
Well,
And, like,
that's
go
that's
for
exactly
real.
okay. So that's I wouldn't ever use a weapon sparring, but like at some point we're gonna get to the point where we've been missing so much. Mara's gonna like get ready to walk away, and like you're gonna like keep giggling, and she's gonna get mad and just echo behind you and attack,
Yes.
like, and just tackle you.
Okay, I love this.
We're gonna roll it like a grapple.
Okay.
I have an attack from Echo.
Oh yeah.
Okay. It's considered a melee attack. So I
Yeah.
can roll it as a grappler, I can roll it as that. And if I fucking don't make this, Jesus.
Yeah, roll it as your Echo Fighter.
Nat 20!
Finally! Finally!
Okay,
Really
so
proud of you.
I like to think we're both struggling, and like you're just giggling. Mara's gotten angrier. She just echoes behind you and tackles you, and then like
Straight up
like
just
the echo.
arms out, face plants with the echo knife.
Yeah, but like the echo disappears before you hit the ground, and Mara walks away. She's like, "I'm done. This is over."
Crystal lays on her back and just starts giggling madly.
It echoes throughout like most of the ship.
So you only hear the first like couple of every laugh because Crystal goes silent when she's laughing really hard. So you can only hear like the sound of an H if you're close by her face, but you do hear a couple of the echoing.
So just loud squeaking.
Yeah, just a couple loud squeaks like every 30 seconds.
She's just beeping in the other room.
And then if you, she's just laying flat, starfished on the dojo mat, and then just, and then turns into a cat and trots off.
Love it.
So while the two
I
of
freaking love
them,
Crystal.
while the two of them have been sparring, Iris, what have you been doing?
Iris would have opened her door like dorm hall style, like people can come in, but I'm doing things. And then she would have immediately began meticulously organizing her bookshelves / also like styling them at the same time. So like putting some books on their side, putting some knickknacks in there, and just, like, making them look fancy. Maybe labeling the shelves.
Nesting. She's nesting.
She's nesting. Yeah. She's like, books, I must have them to my exact specifications.
They must be in this order, and they must look this way.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What books would be there? Because it probably would have mostly been a library that Iris had like stored in the room.
Yeah.
That Hoban and whoever else was helping like reconstruct the rooms would have put up. What sort of books would you have?
Yeah, I like to think that like before the room got redone, Iris was the kind of person that like she didn't have much actual furniture, but she just had stacks of books. So like she didn't have a nightstand, but she had a giant stack of books that she just like stuck stuff on. And they were like, they opened the door and they're like, "Oh girl, you need shelves."
You don't have to live like this.
Like, you came from wealth. What are you doing?
You don't. We can get you a dresser.
You can have drawers.
And it's like, no,
But
it's fine.
she would be the kind of person that would have like mostly reference books about like any topic, like how to do a multitude of different skills and like identifying plants and different species, like useful books. But then there would be like a shelf of like guilty pleasures, which for her I think would be like smut.
I was like, smut.
She would want some dirty
Fuck yeah.
romance novels that she would like double layer behind some other things.
Listen, sometimes you have to double layer books literally because they don't fit on the shelf.
Yeah,
That's
sure,
my
that's
life.
why.
Yeah, it's definitely not to hide the smut. And it would be like very gay smut. It would all be lesbian novels. Iris does not like men in that way.
It's just not like men.
No.
Interesting. Well noted.
Interesting. Noted.
She is a disaster lesbian.
We all gotta have one.
She's like, I want to read about girls, but I can't talk to them.
It should worry you all how much I'm writing down.
Crystal has
Listen.
no concept of gender, so
We were having a whole conversation about self-inserting in D&D. So,
Crystal has
Every
no
character
concept
you
of
make is a
gender
slice of you,
yeah,
because it's
no
not-
matter what you do.
yeah.
Where she comes from, gender was not really a thing.
Admirable.
So she just assumes that everybody else feels the same way and doesn't bother to clarify.
It's like when you grow up and you're like, yeah, everybody likes the same gender, right?
Yeah, everybody
No?
likes.
You mean not everybody enjoys the aesthetics of both? All? No?
No.
Oh.
I just
Huh.
think
Shit.
most
Huh.
of there are a lot of creatures of the universe that are really pretty, and as long as they're sentient and able to consent, really we just need to
That's
talk
the
about the
key.
mechanics of what parts you have, which is going to be
Yeah.
a part of the conversation anyway. So
Everyone should take a lesson from Crystal.
I'm not going to decide whether or
sorry.
not we're going to have that conversation in game.
When Crystal buys a drink for someone.
I just
No, Crystal would just walk up and be like, you are attractive. Would you like to bone?
You want some fuck?
you want some fuck?
Like a bird.
She turns into that bird.
Yeah.
You want
Exactly that bird.
some fuck?
Like a
Um,
smash.
I don't know the last time
Crystal
hit on
equals
somebody.
horny bird.
Crystal equals horny bird. You don't see. There should be. Let me check your permissions.
You did what now?
I'm trying to
Discord
make
thing.
sure that Trinity has access to. Why does she not?
Oh, yeah.
What's your Discord name?
I love when we do business on the listener's time.
I
You can have
you-
Noah do it. He's
We're
just
trying to
saying.
get you those images, and so
I-
I
I-
keep messaging Courtney like it's not working.
Trinity, what's
Just
your
giving
name?
everyone shit.
It's Dax. Hold on.
Dax? Just Dax?
Yeah.
That's
What?
the most adorable answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want from me?
Nothing.
The
That's it.
truth.
You
You
answered
did.
it.
It was cute.
You answered
Okay,
it.
Oh.
I think. Oh, did I fuck it up?
Accept my compliment.
I don't know. If I
Don't
fucked it up.
witness me.
But anyway, deal with it.
Aha!
Did you see? Is it QC it now?
I do.
Okay.
Thanks.
Apparently you didn't have access to that channel, but you do now. But the thing is, no one else does, so you shouldn't put it there. You should put it put it in the general chat for now, because I just realized that only we in Cygnus can see what's in.
What?
Cygnus.
Way to solve one problem, Walker.
Welcome to Amateur Hour.
I
We're
just
here because we
saw
love to
that.
do this and we love you.
It was
I'm just
So-
gonna
important
drop
to
them
me,
in no
both of those
context
things.
then, I guess,
Yeah.
because
If
No
you want to
context.
support us, there's a subscribe button.
Whew.
There's also Patreon
Discord
and
right
also
there.
YouTube's.
Discord and
Discords.
stuff. All the links are in the chat.
The more you
just went
support
out.
us, the less this shit happens.
Jesus.
No.
It's fine.
Don't shake your head like that.
That's a lie.
Okay,
Don't
so
shake your head.
apparently the campaigns threads
Don't
are
jerk
private.
off two dicks in
I
your
didn't
eyes.
know that. Now I do. So
We're so sorry, everybody.
anyway.
Well, we know, and now everyone in chat can
Amateurs.
go enjoy it. What?
No, it's too big. I gotta downsize
I
it.
gotta downsize it a little bit.
So it was a worthless promo then. Thank you.
Worthless.
Excellent.
It
Great.
just means it's delayed. I'm sorry. We have fought. Mara is silent. What's Dexter doing?
Mara's silent. What's Dexter
I love how Damn it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Trinity, you are a magical unicorn.
Oh.
It's true.
Bless you.
Oh god, the vein in my forehead is popping out. Whew.
I've become the tomato.
I've become the tomato.
Oh.
I keep turning my head to laugh because I'm so used to my mic like being stationary, but now
It's
like
right
you're
here.
just
It's right there.
you're
with
just
you.
subjected to it the entire time.
Yeah, I want to hear your laugh the whole time.
The good news about this
You want to
thing
hear
is you're
ours?
making me laugh so hard.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause yours
it's
is
silent
content.
laughing.
So is yours.
This is
You guys
debatable.
have succeeded.
I'm trying so hard not to
Sarah,
laugh my
literally
normal loud
everything
cackle.
is debatable.
It
To
goes
me,
from cackle
Whether
loud.
it's correct or not, it's technically debatable. I could debate you about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the longer we spend debating it, the less time you spend addressing and observing me.
I mean, we were just letting Dallas recover. So
I mean, unless you're not one of the
Sure
people
I was.
debating.
I am a master debater.
Those people can observe you. Deal with it.
oh my god.
So Dexter, what are you doing as you settle in?
What's
Got
Dexter doing?
What's Dexter doing? Hold on, bro. In my head, the reason I
Fucking
laughed so
vibing.
hard at that is like, I just imagine Trinity narrating Mara, like, Mara's quiet! What's Dexter doing? And it just like, mash cuts to Dexter, just like, the fuck
Like
did
in a
I-
movie where
Nothing.
they like break the fourth
Yeah.
wall.
Yeah, he's just sitting there like he's sitting there pretending to not like the hammock.
Hammock. There's no pretending needed.
Are you
Gross.
pretending to like the hammock?
No, I hate the hammock. I won't lie to myself or you about my stance on the hammock. Fuck that hammock.
I think we found another one of those personal traits that's snuck in.
Just saying.
I took a nap.
Hammocks are a dumb invention.
I like when we get Dallas
fine,
so
it's
line
fine.
up.
It's
Like
fine.
Wait,
the
hold on.
place-
My
The
sister has a
net, like, do you
basement
have an
hammock.
issue, like the netting hammocks or like the full?
We don't have to talk about this right now. What's Dexter doing?
What is
That's
Dexter
a great
doing?
question.
So Dexter has decided that Andy's going to be rooming with them in the hammock. That's where Andy sleeps.
One of the first things you did upon realizing, oh, that's here. Fuck you, buddy. Give me the
Shit!
robot.
Give me the
Give
goddamn
me the robot. And you just like push him.
So I would be Dexter would be laying out the ground rules of the room, which is, just clean up after yourself, which he would do anyway because he's a robot, but make sure he does that. And then that's literally the only rule of the room. But Dexter would take a minute to talk to Andy and ask him, how many like processes are you running right now?
Quick Control Alt Delete. Pull up that task manager.
Right, like, are you how many things are you connected to, and how many processes are you running simultaneously right now?
What's your CPU usage?
Basically.
Let's roll some dice. About it.
Eight
Eight things.
Eight.
God damn it. Okay, so Dexter is gonna tell
this is what you all asked me to do. I don't
It's true.
understand.
And
No,
we
it's
love
true.
you for it.
It's true.
You're doing a great job.
We're having a great time.
This is so much fun.
You're my friend.
You're my friend.
My friend.
Aggressive friendship.
Aggressive friendship. So Dexter's gonna tell Andy to shut him down, to limit his awareness to just this room. Right? He's gonna like do this. Fucking right here, bud. No connection to anything else. Right here, you and me. Right here. You got this?
Yes.
Okay. I also assume you probably have super like peak human everything. I need you to turn that down so that you experience things like a regular ass human being. Okay.
Processing.
What do you mean by that?
Processed.
Cool.
Like
we're gonna call
sensory?
this. We're gonna call this state 1. Okay. Remember, this is state 1.
It's complicated.
You're training in.
I am. I'm training Andy.
Yeah. You're training in emotional regulation.
Yeah. So this is state 1.
Okay.
I wish somebody could just
Every day.
Right?
What I
Can
want you
somebody
to
do this
do-
to my brain?
Yeah, right?
You can. It takes time, and it is a lot of work.
I know, I'm
Wow.
doing it.
What is
Power
the
level.
everyday, Andy?
Right. So Dexter's gonna look at Andy and say, every day I want you to do this. I want you to wake up or come out of charge or whatever it is.
Stasis.
Go to
Unplug.
state 1. Go to that wall of records, pick out a record, put it on the turntable, listen to a song. And I want you to do it at base human level, focusing solely on the music, not on the 100 other things you could be focusing on. I want your attention right there. Can you do that for me?
Correct.
Perfect. So Dexter's going to go over to the shelf and he's going to pick up an Otis Redding album and he's going to put on I've Been Loving You Too Long. And he's going to put it on. And he's going to sit there with Andy and he's going to make Andy listen to music for the first time in probably his existence.
So you're doing the older sibling thing that you never got to do because you're not an older sibling.
I don't know, maybe.
Self-insertion.
I don't know what you're talking about. No, so like out of character. Well, I guess no, never mind. Don't have to say anything out of character. I don't got to tell you guys shit, but I have a plan. In
I-
in
Okay,
character,
there's like
Your
one
plan.
person you gotta tell shit to.
I know, and I will. We'll double back. This
Do
just
we
gave
need
me-
to do like we all need to mute our computers so that
Oh,
you can
you
tell
guys are
stream?
fine.
We have a
No.
party dance montage
Yeah, we can just, the rest of us can.
jam
No.
That's all Crystal and Mara were doing.
Where we're
we
all, like,
weren't sparring.
hearing
we
the
were
music
dancing.
and like
Yeah, we were
Coordination.
weirdly dancing
Boogieing
around
in
each
our own
other,
room.
and then Crystal got amused by it. Mara got pissed off.
no, like in a movie when they like start playing a song and like one character's like jamming out
Yeah.
to it, and then they go to the next person's room and they can also hear it and they're like experiencing it in their own way.
Mm-hmm. That's cute.
One of them's.
We can do that later. I've
I
been
think-
loving you too long is not a song to jam. and
No.
dance to.
I'm just putting it out there.
We're putting it out there. That's gonna happen at some point.
Oh yeah.
Whenever time appropriate, Crystal will arrive at everybody's rooms throughout as a cat.
Oh yeah.
What color cat?
She is like a dusty white.
Baby.
Yeah, dusty white, and one of her eyes looks milky.
I hate my notes. That's all. Carry on.
Because you had to write down the word milky.
No.
No.
Don't worry about it.
Nope. Now I need to know why.
I don't want to know.
Carry on.
Are you tired of it? Never mind. I don't want to know. Yeah. So Crystal will just come in and observe everybody doing what they're doing, and interact according to how they wish to interact with her. But
Also, Dexter would like to
first?
clarify to Andy, you're doing this at least once a day, but if you have spare time or extra time, you can listen to as much music as you want to.
Thank you.
Dexter just goes smile. He doesn't giggle, but in his head.
So I think at some point during I've Been Loving You Too Long is when Crystal arrives in cat form. And then just does that cat thing where she flops down onto the ground and just has her paws up like this in a very cute, like, almost parenthesis pose. It just stays like that
Croissant.
for a while.
Croissant cat.
Yeah, but on her back. This is the classic Ferguson pose.
Yeah.
And every time he does it, I go, "Oh, look at me! I'm Ferguson. I'm so cute."
He is so cute.
You know how you make fun of your cat?
That's what he does. He does. He's
I do too.
He flops down like that and looks over at you like, "Don't you think I'm so cute?"
He is cute with his little
And
snaggle
he
tooth.
is.
His little eye.
I
know.
Stupid little eye.
Stupid
It
little
reminds me of
eye.
Missy and her stupid little face.
I know.
She also has a dumb face. And it's
Love
really
Missy's
cute.
Stupid little dumb face.
So yeah, halfway through playing this song for Andy, Crystal just wanders on into your room, Dexter, and flops onto the floor like, hello.
I will acknowledge the presence. Perhaps via finger gun.
I feel like, and you can absolutely correct me, Dexter kind of feels like the person that would like speak in a normal full-length sentence to Cat
animals
Crystal.
and children.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Talk
Like,
to them like
talk
anybody
about
else.
cowards.
Crystal, you're a beautiful lady.
He knows.
You take care of the house.
He absolutely knows that it's Crystal too, so he like doesn't even need to have the conversation. Like if it was another cat, he probably would have been like, "Hello, cat, please exit my room." But because he knows it's Crystal, he's just like, "Hey."
I refer. Speaking of bleeding into the game, I refer to Missy exclusively as cat friend.
Oh,
We'll hear him walk through the room and just go, hello, cat friend. And
Hello,
she'll
cat
just
friend.
go,
Oh, fuck.
But yeah, I don't think Crystal expects much. She just came here to be cute at you.
perfect.
Respect that.
Sweet, sweet little baby cat.
And then after the first song, and nothing other else interesting happens. She just like wanders off into Iris's room.
And Andy is hella into like just the new stimulation. So next room.
Good.
Iris would see Cat Crystal walk into her room while she's like labeling bookshelves, and she would just like pat the bed and just be like, uppies.
Crystal goes all pre-pounce.
Iris, knowing it's Crystal, would immediately like almost code switch into like, I know it's Crystal, but it's still a cat, so I'm still gonna talk to her like she's a cat because she's a cat now.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna give her pets and say the word uppies and maybe offer some wet food.
And Crystal will probably eat it.
Like
Yeah. So
cat.
she does the like she's about to attack the bed, she does like a little pounce and then the little micro wiggles and then jumps on and like immediately like donuts. And
Very
becomes
cute.
just a little crescent roll. But
Thanks.
just with paws crossed in front of her, just staring
Like a lady.
like a lady.
Like a classy lady. Like a polite woman.
That is almost exclusive. Speaking of how we talk to cats, that is almost exclusively how I refer to my cats. They are ladies.
Yeah, I call Missy my daughter.
Oh, my cats are Du Bois.
Or I call Missy criminal because she's a criminal. When she
Such
sits
a
like that though
wizard.
with her paws crossed, we say she's got her cross crossed. Because Noah accidentally switched the letters one time, and so that's just what it became.
That's what it is now.
Got her cross paused.
So nice.
But yeah, usually when Crystal is in animal form, she is reveling in being an aminal.
Yeah.
I got sick of sensing things the way that elves do. I would like to do it as something else now. AmCat.
So, I'm gonna side note, just real quick. So
Yeah.
sorry.
I was
How
just
dare you.
living and reveling in the
I
in
have-
like the concept of being able to just turn into a cat, to have cat senses,
Yes.
and now I'm a little upset. So please take me out of that thought
I have
spiral.
succeeded in I cannot put the gifts in here because they're too big and I cannot make them smaller without making them look like shit. So I have put single screenshots of them, no context, into the general chat. So this is where we can absolutely, everyone can go join Discord, and there are no context pictures of Mara's room and Crystal's lookout in chat.
Beautiful.
They're so good.
They are just screenshots.
Even
Imagine
just the
them
screenshots
cooler,
are so
but
good. Even just the screenshots are so good.
So Crystal and Crystal's hanging out with Iris as you are redecorating. Dexter and Andy, you're having a music session. Mara, after the sparring, what would you have gone to do?
So there's the dojo, there's the lookout, and there's the rooms and the kitchen.
Yeah.
Like our rooms and the kitchen. Is there anything else on the ship? Like what else is there?
There's the large window, the bay area, the bridge. That's really the biggest place that Mara hasn't necessarily spent a whole lot of time in. But because it is a starship and these things need to be able to travel quickly, especially in the event that there's any sort of ship-to-ship combat. While Hoban did spring to give y'all like the biggest, most spacious stuff you can, it does essentially make the ship kind of a giant bean going through the sky. So any much more would slow it down and weigh it down. So not really.
So I guess so she wouldn't have gone towards the like navigation because she assumed like someone would be there. So she would have probably stormed off back towards her room, and if nothing else is that way, then I guess she would have gone back to her room.
Okay.
Like unless there's like, I mean, I assume we have some like tiny storage stuff for like transporting things. Maybe she would have gone there because she hasn't been there yet, but like eventually she would have wandered back to her room.
All right.
Would have seen Iris's door open on the way.
Or wandered past if Dallas's door was open, would have Dexter's door. Jesus.
Which one is which?
I don't.
Who
Yes.
knows?
If Dexter's door was open, she probably would have eventually gone towards nobody, and instead of going back to her room, would have gone to his, and if the door was open, would have gone in and huffily like sat down on the floor.
This is probably just moments after Crystal left.
I was just thinking that.
The song has just wrapped up. Crystal's bored with what you guys are doing in here. She's gonna go. Iris has knickknacks.
Poor Dexter is like, my room is crawling with women and not in the way that I want it to be.
Dexter is on a job.
That's why he wanted the soundproofing.
In the meantime, Iris would be like asking Cat Crystal's opinions on everything. Like, should I put this fake succulent here next to this book, or should it go over here?
Crystal would be giving you feedback.
Yeah.
As a cat?
Yeah.
Meow.
Please tell me if you don't like something, you're gonna hop up and bat it off.
She does bat a few things off.
I set something on the bed and you're like,
and then if you say anything to her, she does the back flop and cute pose.
just providing serotonin to the whole ship.
Right.
Cats are cute. This is a self-insert character, and I want to be a cat.
Yeah. Yes.
I get to be a cat. Am cat.
So, as you all are enjoying your time relishing in the space and the nice warmth that Hoban's really been able to push and add in with these custom works. Uh, about half an hour goes by when over the whole ship comm system, Hoban beeps in. Hey, so got some research done. If you guys want to talk logistics for the next job, come on up to the bridge. All right? Chip, chop, chip.
I love him.
Upon hearing the word research, Iris would put down the books she was organizing, scoop up Crystal as a cat, like with her front paws on her shoulder and like holding her rump, and just like toddle off to the.
Crystal absolutely starts purring.
Like, scoop.
I
Let's
was like,
go.
if had not been scooped, she was gonna weirdly flop off of the bed and then trot off.
Like,
roll off butt first.
Yeah. Just
don't mind me, I'm liquid now.
Also, I just need everyone to hear this because it's one of my favorite things. The world may be chewing me up and spitting me out, but I'm built like a piece of corn.
That is upsetting and delightful.
You're welcome.
I both love and hate that.
You're welcome.
Thank you for this gift.
Cheers, y'all. Speaking of, we haven't hydrated yet. Everyone should hydrate.
Ah!
I'll redeem it.
My body full of wine and Red Bull, thanks you.
I was reminded as I was drinking
Bahama
my wine.
Mama.
I was like, you know what else I should drink?
I should drink regular drink.
It should also have liquid. Hydration liquid.
So we're heading up to the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far, Crystal is the only one that's seen the bridge thus far. Beforehand, it was a rinky-dink set of controls, a pretty small screen shield, and when y'all walk in this time, you can see this large table that's been added to the middle of it. You can see at the front the controls are brand new, top of the line, and are enough for not just one, two, but three different people to have access to the controls.
Did we just go from a navigation to a war room?
A baby war room, yeah.
This is lovely.
Like a baby, like a war for babies.
Like a scuffle, a skirmish instead of a full war.
Will flop to the side to indicate to Iris that she would like to go down.
And then I would let you down.
Yeah, and then go hop up on one of the chairs next to Hoban.
Paw at buttons.
That's
what I'm imagining.
Just sitting.
Wow.
And then somebody goes, "Oh, she thinks she's a people."
Like a people.
Yeah, like a people.
And Hoban is stationed at it seemed like he also had a bit of his own fun in designing this space for himself, as the middle chair for the middle set of controls is the same chair that can like roll backward, but it's on a track, so it's not like going all over the place. And be the head of the table, where he's also got like these little mechanisms to click about things, and as you all start walking in, he scoots away from the controls, which he is delighted. This is like a kid in a fucking candy store today, for sure. He rolls over. I suppose you'd all like to know why I've summoned you here today.
Waiting to do that.
Is it good news, everyone?
Good news, everyone.
Good news, everyone.
We're all
Yeah.
lewd.
We have to kill the bad man.
We have to kill the Batman.
No. So I got a little bit of the which one is it? And he
Crystal
goes
comes
and
up
clicks.
and jumps up right where he's looking and starts like sniffing at all of the different things that he's looking at.
Simultaneously, Iris would go like under her breath. She'd be like, "Do you need to use my label maker? You can borrow it."
I couldn't find the label maker. I'd really appreciate that.
It does different
So-
fonts.
Hold on.
You.
Hold on. Hold on.
You.
Hold on. Hold on.
It's like that.
It does have different fonts. And you can put like little symbols and stuff on it too.
I can't tell if they're mad or impressed.
They're my favorite.
Can't either. Because on one
God,
hand,
I'm so
See,
excited.
on one
about it.
hand-
it says chamomile and then I put a little flower.
Beautiful.
No, actually
I
put a
love
little
it.
it's a little umbrella.
That's wonderful. I love a good label.
on the one hand, on the one hand, you're a fucking nerd. Holy
Hey.
shit.
Bay leaves.
Yes. But
Everything
on
in my
the
house
other
is just
hand,
painter's tape and Sharpie. So
on the other hand, the Lunar Virgo want.
I
Makes
can
Bye.
love you.
Christmas
If I
present.
prioritized buying a label maker, I never will.
I
Makes
will
no
buy you
Christmas
a label
present.
maker. That was a
so-
gift from my wish list for my birthday a couple years ago. So
Crystal, you hop up in cat form, and Hoban sort of reaches up and around you and go, I think it's that one. And he hits a button, and in the center of the table opens up a small projector, and illuminated up into the space just above the table is the planet of Bulgaria, which, as stated last time, is essentially just it's an ocean planet that is in such a distant position from its sun that its entire exterior is frozen. The orbit of this particular planet allows it to have a very diverse and tropical sort of ecosystem. However, to get into that planet, every ship has to dock in the capital city of Doris, which then has essentially a gigantic elevator that can bring you down to under Doris. So Hoban sort of sits back and he's like,
Eh?
Crystal presses
Hey,
the button
come on.
again. The same button he pressed.
It goes away.
I'm only gonna say this once because
She brings it back up again.
otherwise this is gonna get obnoxious. But Mara is very confused that the city is under the man. Like, she's never encountered this, so this is blowing her mind. And there are many conversations to be had. That's like, this is ice. Well, what is like what?
Mhm.
What this is under like the water? You can live there.
Yeah, so
We'll just skip through all of that and condense it, but
well,
we'll just assume Mara doesn't know shit about any other planet.
what is great is that Bulgaria is very unique in that it is one of the few ice planets that have been able to be terraformed isn't the right word. Aquaformed.
Sorry.
It was cute. It was like a little elephant.
I usually try to mute it and I forgot this time.
It's just like
Mwah.
Shut up.
You guys ever seen the Carol Burnett show bit about the Siamese elephants?
Yes, my parents showed that to me, and I remember weeping, laughing so hard, like just
It
tears
is.
streaming
It is.
down my face.
It
Who's
is
the victim there, Rowan Atkinson? Who's the victim of that joke?
Snorf.
Anyway. um,
Now
So
my
what
parents
questions-
sometimes will just make that noise at each other during awkward situations. Just North.
Mara, what questions would you have?
Looking at the map going, so there's a city here and there's a city underground.
Yeah, and Hoban clicks another button and it gives sort of a
This kind of cut and half cut. View.
yeah. It gives you a cut on the inside. I forgot the word for
I can't
cut.
remember what it is either.
No,
Oh my
I forgot
God.
the word for cut. That's how bad it got. Not just the actual like word for segmented and like you can see the inside of it.
Yeah.
The inside parts.
Sometimes minds go blank.
Tell him we're here.
So the capital city of Doris that sits it's on top, it's a little bit more of a settlement than a city, because it is essentially just a place for ships to dock and people to exit into a facility. And he clicks and zooms in on like this little ramshackle shack that is essentially just the elevator.
Would you guys thoroughly explain that this is an underwater thing?
I mean,
Yeah.
Crystal wouldn't be explaining anything.
Because
But-
so in Mara's mind, like she's looking at this and going, "Oh, so they live underground. Weird. I've seen weird things. I now accept this." So if like they're not if no one's specifying that this is like water, she's gonna be really confused.
Yeah, that would be a specification, because
In which
Hoban
case, she's even more terrified. Because she's like, how do you live? How do you breathe? I've been in water and it's like terrifying.
so did a little research on that. As turns out, so a lot of the people like Oplium that lives here, their bodies have adapted to be able to be amphibious, even though they're not amphibians. Science got weird. For the rest of us, there is a whole economic system around renting different like oxygen suits and different little pods. So this ship isn't going to be able to do much of anything to you once you get to planet. You're going to have to rent a submersible, but plenty of places that you can do that with in under Doris. And what other questions? Hoban in character.
Mara in character going is just slowly like she's terrified. She accepts situations well once she's in them, but like leading up to this, she's like, fuck.
Crystal's
No,
just
shit. No.
as this is happening is looking at the other buttons and pressing whatever one she has the ability to influence. Sorry.
At one
Chaos
point,
Manus.
a little frog comes up and he starts singing the Macarena.
Is he dancing the Macarena too?
Oh,
I
yeah.
love that.
Okay, good.
like a little a physical frog, or is it like
It's like a
visual
little-
thing?
It's a little hollow frog.
Okay.
Oh, little frog.
Because
Yeah.
Crystal will like play with the hollow frog a little bit while he's dancing.
And I don't know how to turn that off.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
most of Mara's questions will be about making
Mhm.
sure she can breathe and live underwater. And very confused, like, very, like, well, why? Why? Well, why? Well, why?
Like a
Most of it
5-year-old.
boiling down to
Exactly. Mara is
some people just want to live in
experiencing
the ocean.
world. Mara definitely is essentially a child of like, but why?
But
Why?
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 Okay,
Some
but
people
hear me
juggle
out.
geese.
Why?
So
So once Hoban realizes he's got to the point of, okay, I'm not going to be able to answer any more of those questions. So y'all figure it out when you get there.
I imagine at this point, Hoban and Dexter have like a code word that's like, all right, I like
Birdcage.
distract her, get her on a different subject.
It's the word "well," but it's just a very specific pronunciation of it.
Oh,
Well,
It sounds more like whale than whale.
it is.
yes.
It's very close. Well,
Crystal's pressing more buttons.
probably be moving on.
I guess her other major question would be, where do they put their dead?
Ah,
And Hoban's just going to look at you and go, you know what, Mara? I think that's a great question for you to ask someone there. I don't have an answer for you.
what y'all do with your dead folks? I hate it so much.
After that
You
question,
said it
Crystal
like
What's your
that.
favorite yogurt? How do you
Crystal
feel about
Cat.
death?
Crystal Cat will stop playing with buttons, straighten up, walk over in front of Mara, and just look at her.
Go, why?
What?
Just cat face.
What?
Iris would go, I think she
I
might want
know
ear
it's
scritches.
you. What?
Give her ear scritches.
Huh?
That's all she wants.
She'll just like.
Scratch her ears.
Just scratch the lady's ears.
There.
As you go to pet her, she
a
like
sweet
stomps
madam.
off.
Like a cat.
Like a
Mara
cat.
throws up her hands and goes, I don't understand you.
And Iris will just be like futzing around with something and just be like, you should have petted her
Because
sooner.
she's still she's
That's a you
come
problem.
off of our fight of just like, this is ridiculous.
She's so mad at Crystal for what happened before.
She's not mad necessarily. She's just like frustrated with her performance during the fight. And
Right, but she's projecting
so
onto Crystal right
confused.
now. She's like,
That's
damn
fair.
it.
But with all of this, like Dexter having lots of kill, not kill conversations with Mara, she's just like, I should ask more questions about this. Okay.
It's fair.
So if I kill one of you, what does the rest of you do with them?
That is why she asked that question. That was her first thought.
Killing
It will
bad?
eventually
Question mark.
lead-
Killing that?
What are your death rituals?
Killing good.
If kill, what
And-
do?
In an attempt to understand why Dexter is so against Mara just killing people.
And
Murderizing the shit out of
Just
everyone.
being
She
a murder
doesn't
hobo.
see it as murdering.
She doesn't see it as being a murder hobo.
Mara's
Most
Sounds
murder
like
hobos
cultural norms.
don't.
Mara's culture believes death's not the end, and she's just helping them on to the next phase. So she's like, this isn't, like, you're doing a bad thing here. I'm trying to help essentially your karma in the next life. Like, let me kill you now.
So you don't do more shitty things and end up with a worse life on the next time around.
Exactly.
Mara's like, I'm not doing
Huh.
a bad thing. I'm just expediting the process.
I'm actually preventing further bad
I'm
things from
saving
happening at
you.
this particular time.
I'm making more effort, like you pay
Exactly.
extra for express shipping.
If you've ever explained that to Crystal, she just goes,
Mara. Okay, Mara killing is like paying extra for express
Express
shipping.
shipping. You're expediting the process.
It's true. That's
I'm
why
not
I
wrong.
laughed so hard.
I'm not wrong.
Oh my god.
Morally, Sure. Logically, no, I'm correct.
So, Hobon, to the rest of you goes, so it'll take about 3 days to get there? I got a list of contacts to give you when you get to Doris. Ship can be ready to go out tonight if you wanted.
Definitely did not just get rum on my chest. I missed my mouth.
It missed my mouth.
I miss my mouth.
I have a drinking problem.
The problem is that I missed.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Mara is just gonna lean over to Dexter and be like, are we just can we go without everybody?
Go where?
Like leave the planet.
Yeah. Yeah, let's shoot Slippy a message real quick. Slippy. Stappy.
Let's slip
Stabby.
Steppy a message.
Let's stab him with purple.
Step
Let's
That's
Where's that
Steppy when he
goddamn
gets on a
gecko?
slip inside.
Where's that goddamn diggo?
goddamn giggle.
You just
We'll
send him
say-
a gif of a lizard running.
or Chameleon just
What that
like
lizard doing?
changing and fading into the background.
Let's
With
say...
the caption, "You up."
That's when you call
Can
someone
someone
Slippy.
please find that and just text him that right now?
Girl.
A lizard running on back legs.
Like either a lizard running or a chameleon disappear. You up?
Both. All three of them.
Me on my way to tell the homies they're precious.
Hold on, guys. I found Steppy. I'm gonna put it in the group chat, but
Do it.
It's him!
The boy.
he looks so happy.
It's
Okay,
him!
Rotten man.
My rotten soldier. My good time
Rotten
boy.
soldier.
Because he's my homie, he's my pal, my best friend, my rotten
rotten
soldier, my sweet cheese. My
I've been
good
called
time boy.
saying that whole string of phrases to inanimate objects for weeks now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Never something living.
So
Always
Well,
just
that
like
would be ridiculous.
a pencil,
That'd be
a
crazy.
tape dispenser.
There we go.
Yeah, but once y'all start talking about Steppy, Hobon's like, oh yeah, I could send him a message quick. Don't worry about it.
I wonder what Steppy's room would look like. Is it just like a sun lamp and a rock?
And a twig to mimic his
To
natural
recreate the
environment.
habitat that
To
he used to.
recreate.
I imagine there's like a lock on the door, and no one can pick the lock on his door. But we take the whole trip trying on the way there.
It's just a terrarium. It's really warm in there.
Or,
There's a
and
sun lamp.
It starts with Mara and Iris, like Mara going, "What the fuck's in here?" and Iris going,
I feel like we would
I
hear
don't
like
know. You
a
wanna find
buzzing from
out?
the lamp.
"You and I trying to get in there," and just
from some of
giggling,
the actual bugs
Courtney-
that are in there.
Yeah.
and Crystal walking by going, "What the fuck?" I'll
I'd be
help.
reading
Crying,
a book
failing.
that's like how to pick locks and steal shit. First, you put the bobby pin in the lock.
Dexter walking by and just scolding us like children and us running away giggling.
Just little girl hijinks.
Trying
Is
to
what
break
that would
into
be.
their older brother's room that's locked.
Just like slumber party bullshit.
Exactly.
Yeah, slumber party bullshit.
Yeah.
That's while we're traveling. Obviously, we're not doing that yet. That is what
That's
will
so
happen.
goddamn easy to visualize. Just
I
Dexter
know.
in like a bathrobe with a newspaper tucked under his arm and a coffee mug. Just
And his slippers.
Little bulldog slippers.
God damn it! Go back to your room.
Where'd you get a paper?
Who's delivering papers in space?
Space newsies.
We're in open space.
newsies.
What kind of news? What is the headline? Meteor passed by again?
Oh my! Could it be
Space
proximity
rocks.
based?
Bad
Here's
question
what's
mark.
in your area. As soon as, oh my gosh.
Street
So it's a
extra asteroids out here.
So I'd let.
Weather.
So,
Today
do we?
it's
Space newsies
Tomorrow it's
deemed
gonna be
largely
dark.
unnecessary, but continue anyway.
You're in open space. It's fucking dark all the time. That's the weather. The
It's
temperature
the
is don't go
weather.
out there.
Mommy,
Extra,
it's
extra,
weather.
space newsies adrift in an endless nightmare.
I just want everyone to see my notes.
Space newsies. They still wear like a newsy cap, but it's like silver.
Oh, 100%.
Listen, it can be proximity based. Like we've got a printer and like a small screen or whatever that like as soon as you get in that area, it prints off that area's
Space
news
newsies.
for you.
In a roll,
Space
like
newsies.
punk.
I refuse. I refuse any explanation
No,
besides
we
space
just have like a
newsies.
slot on the ship. That's like an
8-year-olds.
airlock.
Yeah, like there's a little hole on the side of the ship that is approximately the size of a newspaper, and then the space newsies just
Like
hang out
t-shirt
on the
cannons,
asteroids with their piles of newspapers, and they load them up in their zero gravity newspaper guns, and then like
Like a t-shirt
bungee
cannon.
jump off of the asteroid to get a better shot, and then line it up and shoot it directly into the newspaper hole on the side of the ship, and
Like a
then they
t-shirt
charge us
cannon.
via wireless. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, how current and up to date are these newspapers if they're sitting on asteroids waiting for people to come by?
Who knows?
It's
Not
about
very.
the spectacle
doesn't
of the
need to
thing,
be.
really.
No, I figured it out.
It's like when,
I figured
it's
it
like when
out.
the ice cream truck rolls by. Do you really want to pay $9 for a melted SpongeBob? No.
No,
But
of
it's
course
a special
not.
occasion.
It's not melted. It's disfigured because it melted and refroze.
Right. So you're just flying through space doing important stuff, and you see a little newsy asteroid.
Is the special
Instead of a
occasion
whole
that it's
newspaper,
Sunday?
it's just like a scrap of paper that they've written like space whales.
Whalers of the moon.
And they stick
Not
it in the
any
hole.
punctuation. No
Space
explanation.
whales.
No article.
Is there a
Space
crossword
whales.
puzzle?
Space whales.
No, there is a tic-tac-toe board though.
There was a Wordle.
Crossword puzzle.
No, there's a
better.
crossword and a Sudoku and a Wordle, and they're all done because the goddamn newsies on the goddamn
They were
asteroid
sitting on the
don't have
asteroid for
anything
so
else to
long.
do.
Why do we pay for this subscription if they're just gonna do the crossword puzzle?
We bring the most mundane shit into such a magical realm. That is part of one of my favorite things of this brand.
Sometimes we bring the magical to the mundane. Sometimes we bring the mundane to the magical.
Yep.
Oh.
Ooh,
Anyway.
yeah.
Good God, y'all.
I am not a part of that, y'all. Excuse you. I am doing my best to run this.
I believe you could have quashed this, but you made this canon by writing down space newsies in your
How
notes.
can you not? This is
You
Oh.
want?
You
I'm sorry.
did
I'm sorry.
this.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You want to say some brilliant bullshit like space newsies and expect me to not write it down?
Yeah.
This is truly your fault.
I'm just
so-
saying, you're a contributor. All right? We're all in the getaway car now, baby. Let's ride.
And you're driving it.
Yeah.
I am. So yeah, I hope I shot off a message to Steppy.
Okay, that's where we were.
Yes,
Right.
that is where we
Forgot
were.
about that.
Yeah.
Someone has to remember.
God, you do.
Thank you for using my proper term, my
That's your
proper
title.
name. God.
Yes,
Yeah.
God.
Why would I deign to call you anything lower?
Thank you.
Verily.
Love you.
Love you.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I'd say
I
something
did not
else,
realize
but
how much I
Crystal's
was
just a
on
cat.
one today.
And the cat can't speak.
No. Not
She
in
can
English.
meow. Meow.
Spanish, though?
Wow wow.
It can
Hola.
communicate, but it cannot speak.
Hola. I don't know why I did that. I don't speak Spanish. Call back. So, you guys can be ready to ship out by this evening if you'd like. You can spend some more time in Alexandria getting supplies and provisions together. Yeah.
Do we need supplies? Do we need to make a grocery list?
I usually leave that as a personal choice.
Fair.
Mara
I don't
just
think
shrugs and
we'll
goes,
need-
I mean, I'm ready.
As long as Crystal wasn't paying attention, so.
We made sure the kids were good. We made sure.
Claire.
Did we ever promise anything to the orphans as far as assistance? I don't think we did.
I think we gave them
No.
contact info.
We
Sure.
gave them
That's like
contact
about
info and gave them an out if they didn't want to live there, but they wanted to live there.
Right.
And like a
Yes.
side hug.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Dexter gave a
Friendship.
full-on hug.
Yeah, fuck it. I think we would be good to go.
All right.
You said it was a 3-day trip?
So, with that, Hoban gives a slap to the table. All right. I'll start rolling her out. I'll be maybe an hour. So get yourself situated. Then we'll hit space stream. Stream space
Space stuff. Space words.
Space.
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 Crystal
2H.
is now on the control console in front of where Hoban's little spot is. Just on it.
Ow. Yeah. And he spends pretty much the next full hour just like he's talking out loud. It isn't necessarily to you. It's him going through all of these new controls, most of which he knows, some of which are different. So there's a little bit of like, okay, and then we hit that thruster and engage that. No, don't engage. And he pulls out the label maker and he like starts typing out, do not.
Are you giving him a don't press this button?
He's doing that for himself. But Crystal is
Yeah.
just like helping. So sometimes he'll like go to press a button and she'll just like bap in there before he can get it.
Yeah.
Iris is gonna silently leave, go to her room, get her label maker, come back, and just set it down next to Hoban and then sit back down.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Dexter's gonna start cracking open any technical manuals he can find, because apparently there's new shit going on with the ship. You should probably be aware of how to fix that in case that goes wrong.
Yeah. You know what?
Mara's takeoff procedures is like any person who has vertigo in a car on a long car ride trying to get to sleep before the car ride takes off. Or like try to fall asleep before the plane takes off. So she has gone and attempted to start meditating before the ship takes off.
I like it.
That's not a Trinity thing at all.
Like I was never meant to be this tall.
I was never meant to be this tall.
All right. So Dexter, you're looking through the manuals.
That would be most of the 3 days, probably, to be honest with you.
Okay.
His free time is just reading manuals.
Minus yelling at the girls.
Yeah. Iris would either be in shenanigans or reading.
All right.
You know, whatever struck her fancy that day.
So as you're looking through the manual, Dexter, the entry to the ship through the hull is pretty far away, but when you grow up with Lottie, and her voice cuts through so much. It is almost an immediate, like, oh god. After hearing a hello,
Dexter, like mid-page turn, just fucking freezes. Shuts the book politely.
and Hoban sits up. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention they were gonna drop something off before we
Crystal
left.
zooms to Dottie.
I hate that Mara has already started meditating.
Not today. Dexter, fully cognizant of the fact that he's on a ship and now she's on a ship, can't really duck her at this point. Will politely, slowly trudge, determined but downtrodden towards the entrance.
And standing, marveling at the dojo and the new additions to the ship are Beatrice and Charlotte Miller. Lottie standing with like a huge basket of like whoever is going to greet them, make a perception check.
I hate.
Crystal would be first.
Yeah.
Hey! Thank God that was high. My perception is a +1.
And
26?
19.
so absolutely for the audience. Can you also remind us who Charlotte is when you tell us what's in the basket?
Yes. Lottie is Charlotte's nickname.
Gotcha.
Charlotte and Beatrice being the two sisters who spent a lot of time with Dexter growing up. And Lottie is dressed down. It's still head to toe pink. It's this like soft pastel pink, where Beatrice is in a very casual like gray t-shirt and jeans, and she's just, as soon as you come up in cat form, Crystal, oh hello sweet lady,
And then immediately on the basket with claws out, like trying to investigate the way cats do when they're being really nosy.
and at first Lottie starts to like pull it away, and then she realizes, oh no, it's Crystal, it's fine.
Oh,
And
we're good.
you start digging in to this, and as like saran wrap and cellophane go flying off in different directions,
Like
you
a
start
cartoon.
kicking up like
Get bunny
handmade
kicks on it.
soaps. Yeah, you start kicking out like handmade soaps, essential oils, these like little wax melts.
Do we have a fancy bathroom on the ship?
Yeah.
We didn't even look.
I mean,
Do we each have our own like
on?
ensuite? Just have
We'll
bubble bath
see.
time on the ship.
We'll see.
Bubble bath fun time.
And
I made it sound like more of
Dexter.
a group activity than I intended, but
as you come to greet them and see Crystal just pawing at this giant basket, which
Inside. Just.
yeah, well, and by then you have found the jerky.
Ooh.
ah shit.
You have found the jerky of various meats, for which you can thank Philip Miller. And you can thank Lenora Miller for the wax melts, because the idea of an open flame on a starship gives her a panic attack.
It's fair.
Fair.
Absolutely fair.
It's a terrifying prospect. Why would you do this?
There's also like fresh loaves of rye sourdough and pumpkin bread. Crystal, you notice like further in there's some bottles of they're hand labeled, so they look like they were mixed by the Miller family or perhaps Dexter's parents, where there's a few bottles, one of which has like cold brew coffee and a sweet like almond colored creamer. There's something that again in the handwriting says Dr. Piper's elixir. As well as like the ingredients for a virgin beach bellini. And
I see what you did there.
the ingredients to make a Manhattan. And underneath those still, with a 29, you find a leather-bound book that you're pretty sure, as usual, is a gift to Dexter from his mother.
So as Dexter walks up and sees the mess of the stuff that Crystal has displaced from within the thing, and as he comes up, Crystal has like awkwardly scooted her butt out of the thing, like the backwards cat step where the butt goes first, and then looks up at Dexter and then just like pokes at the thing and then looks back up at him and pokes at it again.
Dexter will politely, with no aggression at all, but reach down and grab you by the scruff on the back of the neck and just look at you and be like, "You're cleaning all of this up," and then politely put you back down.
She goes straight to the jerky, picks it up, and starts to go over to a corner.
I'll take this as payment.
And Beatrice stands there very politely waiting for you to address, and Lottie does not do this. She immediately tackles you and starts to admonish you for skipping out of the house before she was able to see anyone.
Iris would hear like a kerfuffle and like mosey from the bridge to where everyone was with like book in hand, still reading as she's walking.
Oh yeah.
After having taken the second to not focus on Lottie to chastise Crystal, to then remember that Lottie was there to get tackled, he's just bolt upright. He's just so stiff. Yeah. He's like, "I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm very sorry. I'm glad to see you. You look nice." And he's just gonna look at her sister, pleading, begging with his eyes to say something, to break her off.
And it's, for Dexter, it's an eternity. It's like 2 seconds, and then she's chatting and going over all of these things and making sure that you know that which of the meats is deer and venison. It was very important to Father that everyone knew what was what.
There's just a trash goblin in the corner gnawing on whatever jerky she got her hands on.
Mostly just chewing on the plastic that contains it, because it's more about the texture than it is the jerky right now.
And plastic makes noise.
Yeah,
it does.
It crinkle.
You have the weird cat thing where their tongue is like weirdly loud, so you hear it like scraping against the plastic as she's like
across the house.
Across the house, you can hear it.
I can hear it.
No, if it's across the house, can I make a perception check?
No! No!
I was going to stay silent. I wasn't going to say anything until you said across the house. I was going to be a good Mara and stay in my room and try to start
honestly,
meditating before
Crystal's
we left.
enough of a chaos goblin that as soon as Iris shows up with a book, she abandons the jerky and goes to get Mara.
Yeah.
I would just be like standing there, like still reading, but also like absorbing, so that I could like pop in at the right moment and say something.
Yeah, well, Kat sprints over to Iris, does like a couple figure eights in between the legs, and then bolts off to go find Mara.
You bolt off to go get Mara. Lottie has finished explaining some of the things, and she looks up. Hoban told Mother that you might be off, and so she sent us off with these. We wanted to just make sure that we said goodbye. And by this point, Mara Crystal would have
Scrunching at your
darted
door.
into your room.
My doors, like, I don't leave my door locked, but I would have been almost meditating
Yeah,
until
Crystal
you come
just
and like
straight
rub
up cat opens the
cat
door.
into my space, and I'm just like,
Yeah, she opens the door on
get
her
up and
own
follow you.
and then comes up and just flops onto your lap while you're meditating.
what do you want now? What, Crystal?
Crystal's gonna undo her wild shape so she's just laying on your lap.
I knew you were gonna do this.
And she goes, Lottie's here. She brought some snacks and stuff. Do you want to go down to the dojo and talk to her?
What?
Yeah, Beatrice and Lottie are here.
And Mara shoves you off of her
Just roll with it.
and like does one of those very elegant, like, from cross-legged sitting to
Yep.
like kind of roll thing, and you're like, wait, what? And she's out the door.
We don't have time for physics.
Crystal from flattened on the floor.
Fuck your physics. I don't care. It's cool.
Goes back to cat wild shape and trots after her again.
Mara, she's not gonna like be over eager, but she's gonna come through the door, see them, and
try to cool guys
not
saunter up.
Like, I feel like because I know Dexter's probably listening. I feel like he hears Mara like run through the hallway, and as soon as she gets like in visual range, you hear her slow down to a normal walk. And she comes through
The way that you would hear it in the hallways of high school when people are
like I'm totally chill. Like I absolutely just arrived.
I was just on my way here for my own personal reasons. Very casual.
I had to do another thing, and now I'm here.
And
It's
walk
casual.
close enough to start like say hello, and start like investigating the basket, but be like obviously she's eavesdropping. She's 100% just like absolutely close enough to look at things, but 100% just listening to what they're saying.
I mean, is that not what we're all doing?
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
You guys are monsters. So when Lottie is like, we just want to make sure that you say goodbye. At that point, Mara was still like, he could almost hear her.
Yeah.
And you could see like he was about to maybe like, he wasn't bolt upright. He had kind of relaxed because he did kind of recognize that he was a bastard earlier for not talking to her, and he was kind of you could see that he was like his posture had changed and relaxed. He was about to say something, and thump, 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 thump. And
Yeah.
he was like, and he's kind of immediately tightened back up and was like,
And Lottie is doing it in very much the way that Lottie does, which is to tease.
yeah.
She knows that you're gonna like, you're adults. You're gonna be off and doing things. But this was a like, you're keeping people from me, and you can't keep people from me anymore.
I
just
see
want
you
you to
trying
know.
to keep me at an arm's length, and I am purposely coming closer, my guy.
I just want you to know that I rolled a deception check in order to like be cool, calm, and collected as soon as I walked in. And I rolled a 27. So
You're a little sweaty, but you're like,
Yeah.
it's
really
low.
Everything's
Oh,
casual.
fancy you guys being here.
Everything's chill.
Assume Crystal is
Oh,
doing cat
hi.
things in a corner.
What is this?
But Dexter will look.
You would have heard her footsteps, though. Yes.
Dexter will look at Lottie and, again, like bolt up. He's like, maybe next time we're in town, we could hang out.
That sounds like fun.
Iris would shut her book, look at Lottie, be like, thank you for these wonderful gifts. And then she would scoop up a bunch of like bath stuff onto her book and then just like turn heel and go towards the bathroom for a bubble bath.
As soon as you scoop, like Mara will look at them, go, do we have a bath?
And Iris is go, I don't know, but I'm gonna find out.
Mara will scoop up goodies as well.
She's just taking a bubble bath in like a big sink.
And follow after
In the kitchen sink.
shortly. Like she'll wait.
And
We put
expect
food
this
there.
is Steppy, not of
We put
you.
food
No.
there. Come on.
I wouldn't
So-
do that.
So Mara's going to scoop up things and like pick through and like look for things that, you know, smell everything and be like, oh, what's this? While Dexter's talking to them, and as soon as it seems like they're wrapping up, she'll say, she won't say anything. She'll just like scoop up some things and go to follow Iris, and then like once she gets past visual, she'll slow down so that she can hear the tail end of conversation, and then she'll go find Iris.
We just somehow turned the bathtub into a hot tub.
So
It's
to
that
over
kind of day.
that last little bit between Dexter and Lottie of, you know, the next time I'm in town, we should hang out. Roll a perception check to see if you hear that. Because it's pretty quiet. It's between just the two of them, and you're pretty far away.
I would like to roll not click, please. 15?
You hear that there's some conversation that is just the two of them. You don't get exactly what it is.
You're so lucky.
But I mean, I heard it because I was right there.
You said
You were leaving.
After,
your
after they
perception.
said that.
Roll your
After
perception.
she said that.
Roll your perception.
Okay.
Go for it.
38.
Are you kidding?
25.
Yeah, you hear it.
Yeah, Iris would wait until like that moment because that's like the most like charged moment in the conversation, and she would shut her book and be like, "Thank you," and then leave.
And
I
since
feel
half,
like it's-
half the mess that Crystal had to clean up has now been picked up by other people, she just kind of like goes over and bats the remaining items toward the basket.
I mean, if you knocked only out partially, Mara would not have picked things up from the floor. Mara would have picked things up from the basket.
Oh, and I got most things out of the basket because I had to get to
there were
the book
many
at the bottom
That's
to
valid.
paw at it.
Because you're a menace.
I'm a cat.
She's a cat.
Tiny criminal.
As soon as Iris and Mara are in the bathroom, which by the way we still need to know what it looks like.
Yeah. So the large kitchen and dining area, there's a cube that's you would sort of initially thought maybe that's a pantry, but there's other cabinetry to be seen there, and this just has a door. So you figure, let's take a chance on it. And you open it up, and there is a full jacuzzi tub. Easily sits 3.
So it takes them a while to find, and you just see them walk past.
Just where is it? We've
One of
got
the
to have a
times that
bathroom
you
here
walk-
somewhere.
Like the last time that you walk past, you then see Crystal sitting crisscross applesauce next to the basket, putting items back into the basket.
I'd go, and Iris would peek her head and go, "Psst, Crystal, we're going to go find a bathtub. Come find us if you want."
You mean in the bathroom that's next to the kitchen?
To which they will go
Yes.
next to the kitchen and hit all the things until they find the jacuzzi. Realize it is a jacuzzi, and like Mara is quite used to tropical hot spring type things, so she would absolutely run to her bedroom, grab a swimsuit because she's with other people, run back to the thing, and by the time you guys are done with Lottie and Beatrice, Iris and Mara are in the hot tub.
This is how I imagine this playing out. We open the door, see the jacuzzi, mentally are like visualizing volume, right? Look at each other and then just go.
Yeah, it's
No words.
eye contact, pat her away, pat her back into the tub.
I
When
barely
you
even
come
got
back,
to mention.
Crystal is in the tub naked.
Yeah. Of course.
Did not bother with swimsuits. Swimsuits are stupid.
It's an extra step.
I didn't even get to mention that like the tile is black and white marble. All of the fixtures are a nice like copper.
Gorgeous.
There's a
Oh, so pretty.
not rainforest, waterfall shower head. Barely got to mention that.
Party in the bathroom.
Oh no.
Sorry, your
Wonderful
players
things
are
that
so
my players
That's
excited
because
to
you-
be in your world.
You started with hot tub. I don't know.
You said there's a jacuzzi. We're good.
That's all you need to tell me.
We live in
Both
fam.
Iris and Amanda.
Bathe
honestly.
every day. It's fine.
There's 3 sinks. Like you guys got like the Escalade of starships.
Fuck yeah.
There's 3 sinks.
There's 3 sinks.
God damn it.
I love this.
So-
Crystal has already seen this a couple of times because she doesn't sleep, so she just explores the ship.
Yeah.
That's fair. So then, yeah, Dexter will just politely see those 2 off and
Mhm.
send regards, and then send a message to his mom and dad thanking him for whatever, and then he would like to see what is in the book. What is in the book? What's the book?
What's in the book?
What's in the book?
Gwyneth Paltrow's head. Spoiler alert.
What's in the box?
For an over 10-year-old movie.
Oh damn it. Yeah. Now we have to edit
Ah.
that out of the VOD.
It's like a Pavlovian response. Anytime
is.
someone says "What's in the blank," I'm like,
What's in the
Gwyneth
box?
Paltrow's head.
Brad Pitt, and I'm angry. Hollywood, get at me. You don't even need Brad Pitt anymore. I do such a good impression. I work for nothing. Pennies on the dollar.
Don't tell them that. Tell them you work for like $1 million a day.
Which
Yeah,
is
but
probably
it's so
still
expensive.
less than Brad Pitt. So
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
going dark again. Don't mind me.
Bye.
Okay.
I miss you.
I love you.
What sort of books up till this point has Dexter been gifted? To sort of give me an idea of like what else you've already got.
Gotcha. So Dexter sticks to philosophy and biographies and autobiographies of historical figures. I would say though that his dad consistently would give him like biographies of famous athletes or books about famous sporting events, journalism of that nature. And then his mom would probably give him just like children's books that she used to read him when he was a baby, and she'll just send one of those every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series that you
Yeah.
read when you were in middle school.
Warrior cats.
So this manuscript,
Exactly.
as you turn it over and start to flip through, you recognize as and this one's fucking hard to come by nowadays because, you know, it's about a few thousand years into the future from now.
Right.
However, she was able to find a first edition copy of The Last Unicorn.
Immediately takes it to his room to put away for safety.
Yeah, and it's gorgeous. It's got these it's faded.
Did you come here?
You can tell that there was some sort of restoration work put into it over the course of time. But some of the gold foiling is has been like worn off. Some of the edging on the pages is it's super soft. It's gotten to like that point of almost papyrus feeling.
It's a good
Nice.
book.
It's a good book,
But
Brock.
immediately goes to hide it.
I got some snoopy people on this.
No, okay, not hide it, but get it out of the way of the general public as much
Yeah.
as possible to
For
avoid
safekeeping.
exactly to avoid any potential accidental fuckery. I don't think anybody would do
Yeah.
anything intentionally wrong to it, but you okay there?
You okay?
Do you have to peel your legs off the seat?
No, this is a cloth
hate when that
chair, but
happens.
I raised my chair, and so I just got up to like turn something off.
Did
and
it
so,
pinch your
like,
hand?
in between the armrest and my desk? Like as I got up, my weight.
Leonardo da
like,
Vinci's.
bashed
Leonardo
it
da
out.
Vinci.
The bean cheese.
It hurt.
Nothing. Don't mind me.
You good?
Do
But-
not message.
Just writing down something for later. Don't worry about it.
I absolutely just got pretzel salt all over my keyboard though. Oh, excuse me. Bread noodles.
Bread noodles.
Yeah, use the correct vernacular.
Jeez.
So, with Lottie and Beatrice seen off the ship, the care package distributed amongst everyone, Hoban gives y'all the heads up that your launch is imminent, and we will leave this session with the Courteous Pelican careening out of the atmosphere.
Beautiful.
Kurt Pele flies again.
Kurt Pelly flies again.
The man, the myth, the legend. Kurt Pelly.
Kurt Pell.
With 3 chicks in a hot tub.
Yeah.
And a man and his
Two
robot
bros.
son.
And a man and his robot son reading children's books in his room alone.
And a wayward lizard.
Didn't even
Somewhere
occur
on the
to me.
planet.
Didn't even connect the dots there, but you better fucking believe that robot is getting some books read to him. Oh,
I like this book.
You
It
can
is a
read him
good
some
book.
smut.
it's a good book.
It is a good book.
Once Crystal goes into your, now that you have a library that's unpacked and she can see what all books you have, she absolutely borrows your sput all the time.
Yeah. Iris would have like actual like library cards in the front of each book. Like it with like filigree
Taken out.
from the library of
Yes.
Iris Evangeline Fielding, like
Yes.
in
Oh my
Crystal
God.
Fancy-
signs it.
calligraphy.
Crystal signs every single time with the exact
It's just
moment that she
Crystal
takes the
over and
book out
over
of it.
It's every time she reads it.
Man,
Yeah,
you really
it
like
has,
this
like,
one
3 or 4
specific.
Wow, you are
Every
really
book
into
has,
this
like,
one.
3 or 4 entries of Crystal's. It says Crystal Sun. It's written in Common English, Common Elvish, and Latin.
Just to be sure.
Just to make
Just
sure.
be sure.
Gotta cover my bases.
Crystal Sun written in Common Elvish and Latin, and then the date and time that she borrowed it.
Iris would pull it out once and just be like, "Man, Crystal's really into like lady cowboys or something." I don't know. That's the first thing I thought of.
It would
Now I know that.
possibly be reverse harem.
It's a fun fact I know now.
I can't believe that I now have to write a series called
Of
Cowboy
smut.
Ladies.
Smut.
Futuristic
Cowboy
lesbian
Cowboy-
smut.
Yeah, Cowboy Ladies is absolutely, yeah.
Cowboy Ladies is a series.
100%.
It's a polyamorous lesbian slut.
On the range.
If you wanna, if
On
you
the
out
range.
there on in the world want to support Cowboy Ladies,
If you want to see that as Patreon content, let us know.
We just recently
And
watched
also-
Cowboy Bebop for the first time, so that's like in my head.
For the
So when you
first
said
time?
Cat
For the first
Stop,
time?
Wow.
that's
I've
magical.
never seen it.
That's my favorite
Oh.
piece
So
of media
good.
on the planet.
It was really good. Just had never seen it.
So good.
That's
I
what
have
that
something
made me
Cowboy
think
Bebop
of.
related to tell
Like-
you when we're done
Master-
streaming.
Piece.
I have no mental capacity for more media right now. I am in too many stories.
I understand,
fair.
but I have
That's
something
fair.
Cowboy Bebop related when we're
That's what
later.
I thought of when
Later.
you were saying Lady Cowboys. I should
Lady
imagine
Cowboys.
all women, but
Listen,
that.
Why do
kind
you
of
think that's the
stuff?
first thing that came to mind? Literally, of all of the types of media on the planet that exist, Cowboy Bebop is my favorite thing.
It's a real good thing.
All right, ladies and gents, we should. I don't know. See if
Oh, yeah, we
find
should go.
somebody to
Yeah.
raid. I'm gonna pause.
Yeah,
the
go find
playlist
someone to
here. Let me
raid.
raid.
Wade.
Wade.
Check out our sponsors.
Who we got?
Check out our sponsors, Kinko's Coffee. Duh?
Help support this shit show.
Yeah. Dubby.
Caffeine.
Yeah, it's caffeine. It's pretty much all caffeine.
Yeah, let me.
Gotta get that get up and go, baby.
A good
let me
bean
see if
soup.
I can see
Sweet bean soup.
Tea soup.
Leaf soup!
Leaf soup.
Energy drinks and coffee.
Yeah.
Necessary.
All of the energy.
I'm not
drinks
going
and
to talk
coffee.
about the thing that I was going to say because that would be
brief
referencing
pause on that.
King's Coast
Oh,
Coffee all the time for me.
King's Coast Coffee.
Dubby Energy and King's Coast
We are
Coffee.
going to raid into. I see a channel called A Filthy Lot, and they are streaming.
Like us.
A Murder Most Hobo, and I wanna
Well,
go there. So that's where we're gonna go.
Well,
That seems
shit.
appropriate. Thanks for hanging out with us this Tuesday. We'll be back next week with Life in Cygnus A. We are also back here tomorrow with
What dreams
What
may come?
Dreams May Come. That's what it is. I was going to call it Thirst for Revenge again, and I was like, that's
the
wrong.
Snack Mom Takeover. This
Snack
is our
Mom
second
Takeover.
series, not as revengeful.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you so much for joining us. We love you, and there's not a good goddamn thing that you can do about it. Bye.
Bye.
Rating and stream.